Welcome to the third of our tutorials on the Nord Electro 5D. This third tutorial is in two parts. So the first part, we're going to show you how to name a program and how to name a set list. So a song in a program and a song in a set list, which is pretty straightforward, but we'll get cracking on that now. Look, I might add also at this point on the YouTube that you're watching, you'll see that there's a PDF attachment, and that attachment is this. So I'll get you to print that out, because on it is the 12-step program that we're working through. It's a 12-step program. I think there are other 12-step programs out there, but it's not the one where you sort of say, "Hi, my name's Peter," and everybody goes, "Hi, Peter," and I get to say things like, you know, I've been playing the Nord since I was 10, you know, stealing Nords off my father when he was asleep, and playing it, you know, when I shouldn't have been at school and maybe after school, and then I grew into an adult where I really couldn't stop playing it. It became something of an addiction, and mornings, afternoons, and I couldn't hold a job. I just loved the instrument so much I just kept playing it. It's not that 12-step program. It's similar. Okay, so if you've got it printed out, or if you haven't, actually pause the YouTube now, hopefully not with my mouth open or my eyes closed, and once you've printed it out, we'll come back. Okay, you've printed it, you're back, you've got a document in front of you showing the 12 steps that we're going to go through. I want you to have it there, I want you to tick them off as we go. We're going to go through it together, literally step by step, and at the end of it all, you'll know how to name the program or the song. The first one on the list that you're looking at should say something about switching between set list and program. So if you have a look at the program section, you'll see, as mentioned in a previous tutorial, that the set list button is off. Now that means that you are in program mode. So it defaults to program mode. So we're in program mode, set list button's off, everything's cool. If you scroll through the program/menu knob, you'll see lots and lots and lots of different programs that have come with the machine from the factory. If you scroll right through to the end of those, you'll start to see a whole lot of empty programs come up, heaps of them. So I'd like you to go to an empty program. Just find the first empty program you can see. On this keyboard it's 5.31. On yours it might be something else, because I've done a little bit of programming and those numbers will change. But just go to the first empty slot you can find. Once you've got that, that's where we're going to put the song. That's where we're going to name a song. We haven't programmed anything yet. We're just naming a song. So the number 2 on your PDF will say program mode, set list light is not on, as I said, meaning you're in program mode. Number 3, name the song. If you've got the manual that came with the keyboard, page 16 talks about it a bit, but it's not very clear, and that's one of the reasons we've decided to make this series of tutorials, just to try and, you know, make it a little bit easier to navigate than the manual suggests. So number 4, hold the shift key and then press the store button together. So let's do that together. I'll use my left hand and you'll be able to see what I'm doing. So I've put my thumb on the shift key, I'm holding it down, and I press the store button, and you'll see that once I've done that, the program menu, or the window, comes up as store program as, and it's unnamed at the moment. So how do we get letters into that unnamed section? If you have a look again at your PDF, cursor's now highlighted on the first letter of the name, and it's unnamed. Number 6, press and hold the shift button and an alphanumeric table appears. So if we hold the shift button down, you'll see that underneath the unnamed section of the window, you've got your letters, in this case capital letters and numbers. Now as you hold the shift key down, if you move to left or right, the program menu knob, you'll notice that the cursor stays in the same place, but the letters and numbers move on top of it. So we're going to go all the way to the song. We'll just call it test song. Okay, so we'll go to the capital T and take my finger off the shift button, and that capital T will stay there. Hold the shift key down again and then go to a small e. Hold the shift key down again, find the small s, again find the small t. Now we've got a bit of a problem here because I want two words, test, song, and I've got the cursor and it's on an M. I don't want an M, I want a blank. And the blanks are on the extreme left. So if you hold the shift key down and go anti-clockwise on the program menu knob all the way to the very end, so past the letter A, the small a, and let go, you'll see that you've created a blank. That's that. Let's go and call the second part of this song, so capital S. I'm going to whip through this a bit quicker. You get really quick at this. I find when I'm doing it, if I just concentrate on the cursor, it's really easy to sort of see the letter in your peripheral vision, and you can get to them pretty quickly. So that's test song. So I've named the empty slot test song. Now if I was to turn the keyboard off and turn it on again, that'd be gone because I haven't saved it yet. So to save it, we need to store it. So we press the store button. You'll see that the light's flashing, so it's kind of asking us to do something. So if I press the store button, store program to, it'll say empty program because it is at the moment until we store it. Then the name will appear, and you'll see that what was in 5.31 an empty slot or an unnamed program is now called test song. It's saved at 5.31. Turn the keyboard off, turn it on again, it'll still be there. The next part, now that we've named the song in the program, is to name that song name, which in our case is test song, into the set list. You might remember that we're in program mode until we hit the set list button. So we're going to press the set list button now, and you'll see a green light come on. Once you've got set list and it's up, we need to find an empty slot again, just as we did with the program. So I'm going to scroll through the set list until I find an empty spot. In this case it's 23, but it could be anything on yours, but it's empty. So I'm going to do the same process as I went through to name the song in program mode in set list mode. So if I hold the shift key down and press store, you'll see that the unnamed section comes up. I hold the shift key down to bring up the alphanumeric. I go to T, hold it down, E, S, T, all the way then anti-clockwise on the program menu knob to find that empty slot that I mentioned before. Back down with the shift key, find the capital S, S-O-N-G, test song. So this is, don't forget we're in set list mode. I press the store button, store to set list. It's kind of a question. They wouldn't hurt if they had a question mark there, but they don't. But the store light is flashing, and as I mentioned before, that's saying, what do you want me to do? Well, we want to press it again. So we press it again, and you'll see set list stored. So what I've shown you in this tutorial is firstly how to navigate between program and set list by pressing the set list button or not pressing it. And then I've showed you how to name a song, in our case called test song in program, and name a song called test song in set list.